BSCDA TV were at both of this year's semi-finals, and you're now going to hear from the semi-finalists who booked their place on the World Final grid here at Skegness Raceway.
I'm here with Charlie Sauder, who got P4 in the semi-final. Charlie, I know you've got everybody else to talk to, but I'm really pleased for you, one of my all-time favourites as well, you know. How does it feel being on the World Final grid again?
Mixed emotions, really. Felt like we had the car. Yeah, mixed emotions really. Did a shocker bolt on lap 2 and could just feel the car just rolling, and then just literally just tried to nurse it home really. And we got up to second at one point. I don't know how, just holding on to the car, and yeah, Danny come by and Sarge come by, and I felt good, but I could have been on that road too. Do you know, I wanted to be first or second.
Why did it go? Why did it let go? Because I mean, I thought it was a half shaft that had let go. It's what it looked like on the from up there.
I don't really know what happened, to be fair. It was 3 wide coming out of one of the corners, and someone might have just rode up and literally just nicked it and took it off.
What, it was the right rear?
Right rear, yeah, bolt,
You can't do it. It's the most important shocker on the car.
And yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
We're still, luckily we're still in decent position, row 5 for World Final.
Can you tell people who are watching what that felt like when you were actually in the race car? What did it do that it?
So it just rolled over.
So in other words, you're coming out the bend.
Yeah.
You're putting your right foot on the gas.
Yeah, and it's just falling straight over, and just it gave me a little bit of drive, but it was just more of a handful to drive with, and then my left front shocker top come off. Then the engine started missing, and it was just.
Oh, so it's all gone really,
yeah,
really well.
It went from bad to worse, really.
But if all that gets you a P4 in a semi, then it could be. If you belt all those things up properly, it might go a little.
Hopefully, go out and win the final now. That'd be nice. But
that'd be great.
Yeah, we come to Kings Lynn a month ago purely because we had Lynn semi to get the car dialed in, and we had it there, and just annoying that we had those little niggly problems, and it's what it is. Stock cars.
Don't say it's stock car, that's so naff. In it to win it, that's what you're going to say next, isn't it?
In it to win it, something like that, yeah.
Love, always a pleasure to talk to you, Charlie. I hope you go well in the final, mate.
Spot on, thank you very much.
Cheers. With Carl Hawkins, who got P4 in the semi-final, mate.
Yeah, quite happy with that. I wanted a top 3, but 4th will do.
And why weren't you a bit further up why couldn't you go get a couple more places?
Well, I was with Craig Finnegran for a while. He was holding the same gap the whole way. I couldn't get to him and he couldn't pull away, so it was just one of them really.
And it wasn't worth kind of going for
it. Maybe could have made contact on the last bend, but it could have took us both out. So
the risk outweighs the benefit.
If it was 5th and 4th, it might have been different because you have a row of Dutch between us.
Yeah.
But because it was 3rd and 4th, they're right next to each other anyway. So
it's happy days. Yeah. In fact, what you stood to lose was far greater than what you stood to gain.
Yeah.
So now you're going to go out for the final here. Have you made any change to the car?
A little bit, not a lot.
What? A little bit, but not a lot. Help me.
Moved the back axle a bit. It was a little bit pushy in the mid-corner, if anything.
So, in terms of the rear axle, the car's like that, the axle's there. Presumably you're running lead, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'll just pull it square for now.
You like that?
Yeah.
And then you've now moved it like that?
Yeah.
And that's because, where do you find the understeer?
It was a bit pushy in the middle of the corner coming off. When you want to pick the throttle up.
So as you're picking the throttle up,
it's wanting to drive the wrong way.
So now bringing that back into line should improve that. And is that a function of the angle of the bend, how tight the bend is, how wide the bend is?
Yeah.
So what would work at Skegness, where it's not quite so wide, won't necessarily work at this.
Definitely, yeah. And stagger as well is a massive thing, but I've only bought one set of tyres for the 70,
so stagger's not an option. Yeah. So that's it. Okay. Well, look. As you say, you're in front of the Dutch for this semi, which is a good thing, and you're there.
Yeah.
So let's keep his fingers crossed.
Thank you to Michael Story for letting me use his car.
Michael's. Oh yeah, he's Michael. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I've got one more question for you. What's the chemical symbol for magnesium?
Is it Mg?
What about silver?
Well, no silver.
Say that again?
No silver.
Okay, well you're not going to know what to pick up when you win the World Final, are you?
No, it's gold.
Is it gold one? Okay, well that's why you don't know then. It's AG. Thanks very much for your time. Cheers,
in 3rd place. Right, so Right, don't pull a face because we know, and everybody knows, tarmac, it's not your thing.
No.
Come today on the fastest tarmac track and held third comfortably.
Yeah, we did go Skegness last week just for a trial run,
Yeah.
which didn't go well.
No, why not? What happened?
We broke it.
Yeah, I like that. I like simplicity like that because I don't understand. If you went into a lot of detail, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
Yeah,
we like
well,
simplicity.
technically then we mounted a piston,
Okay.
which then scratted around. Well, Sunday I come home, stripped it, surveyed the damage, and it was like, tried to find some pistons and everything this week, and that was near on impossible.
Right.
Tried to find engines, which again was near on impossible. So last resort, we took the engine out of my shale car
Yeah.
and made it fit, which
Okay. Was it a lot of grease and oil and just?
it needed it, yeah. Yeah, which wasn't as simple as what
Yeah.
it makes out to be, because it was a bit bigger engine, and we just had to make it fit with
Yeah.
a lot of cutting and
Yeah.
everything else. So, but we made it, and the effort's paid off. So
Yeah, because that is a lot of work, as you've described, and then
Yeah.
come here today and get third, and then you're going to be up there at Skegness come World Final day.
we'll see. Yeah, we've just got to find some more pace in the car now. But seeing as I've only been in it, probably done 30 laps in it now. We're
What
not
you
bad.
say about pace though, but you like I say, you held third behind Frank quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Fourth wasn't catching you, and it's not like they're slow as well. So
No, that's it. So, but no, everybody must be slower than me.
yeah, and right, so they are. But right, so you do the shale piece, and you could quite easily have gone. Do you know what? Tarmac's not my thing. I'm not going to come today. Some people have, but you haven't.
and I nearly did. But what persuaded me? I went to Sheffield on Monday, the other Monday.
Yeah.
And I was convinced I weren't doing it. Then all the crowd come round and your fans come round. Oh, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. And it was them that sort of talked me into doing it, to be honest. Because I was if got Ensford, I wouldn't be going to do it.
Okay.
But we have done so.
Yeah.
Make
But
them happy.
Absolutely. But the thing is that you are like at the top of the sport. Just mean you are kind of, and you have got, we were stood here waiting to interview you, and you've got people who can have your autograph, and it's so it kind of is a bit of that, there isn't it? You do need to kind of go, do you know what? I am going to race for other people
for
as well as
fans,
myself.
yeah. And to be honest, there's a lot of them what we do it for. So
Yes.
they cheer you on. So
Good. And have you stolen this car back then now for a bit?
it might be now, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got to find another engine first.
Okay. Keep on that internet. Keep doing
Yeah.
some internet searching. Craig, massive congratulations on
All
third
right,
place.
thank you.
Superstar.
See you in a bit.
Danny Wayman, semi-final at Kings Lynn, and you've just got third.
Yes.
Happy.
Yeah. No, relief more than anything.
Yes.
Happy is when I qualify for the shootout, but relief for just finishing a race.
Fourth row inside.
Yeah.
Very wet start, but going back to this year, it's not been your great year.
No. And to be honest, I wouldn't have been here today.
Yeah.
My sponsors have really stepped up. We bought another engine.
Okay.
Something you don't want to do. I have two engines and both of them are in bits, and then I borrowed one and that blew us. So not having a good year.
No.
And then I messaged my sponsors. A few of them stepped up and gave me a bit of money, more money, should I say?
Yeah.
And I had a chat with Paul Harrison, and he's sold me one of his engines he had under his shelf.
Okay.
So, and it's been fantastic. And our first time with it, didn't know we had gearing right, and yeah, we're bang on.
I think it just goes to show how important sponsors are in Formula stock cars.
Yes,
'Cause
100%. Yeah, sponsors, team, and family. In F1s, you need a big team, a good family, and a big set of sponsors, especially to be competitive. And yeah, a lot of my sponsors I've been really lucky, and they've stayed with me for a lot of years, and loyalty and stuff like that, and I really appreciate a lot of what they've done for me.
Good. Coming into today, so we talk about mindset a lot in stock car driving. You have to have the right mindset. So I'm guessing you weren't necessarily in a positive frame of mind
No.
coming into today.
No, to be honest, it's probably been the most nervous I've been in a stock car for a long time. I've been quite relaxed over the last few years because it doesn't hurt, but you just get used to it, and just with not finishing races, and I've got how many hours I've spent in the garage just lately. A lot of my team are really busy at the minute.
Yeah.
A couple of them are farmers, and they're like flat out nights. So to be fair, for the last 3 weeks I've worked on my own on the car, and it really has been hard. I haven't seen my wife and kids properly, so I'm glad we've got a break.
Pregnant, by the way. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm hoping to be the dad because I haven't seen her. But no, it is all about family and team, and like I said, just want to say a big thank you to Jess and my mum and my dad, and especially with kids, they keep me going for it, to be fair.
Talk about the race now, just very quickly. So Tom was away and gone.
Yeah.
The battle for second was like it was ongoing throughout the race. It was a really, really good stock car race.
It was, and to be honest, I didn't even see Tom after the green flag had dropped. He went that quick, and I was quite surprised how much drive I got down the first straight, and Liam beat me, which I thought he would, but I don't know what happened to Lee. He dropped straight back, so we all broke away. There was quite a good battle, and then I sort of set my stall out about 5th or 6th, and I got past Paul and Charlie. I was happy with 3rd, and then bloody yellow flag come out, and it was like, ended up battling a bit harder then, and we got up to 2nd, then back down to 5th, and then I think we just settled at 3rd in the end, and it's just really happy with that.
Yeah, I think because you don't tend to see it so much in semi-final. Everybody wants to qualify, but certainly in that, I think for you, like, it's like actually the difference between 2nd and 6th or 7th, because there's a big difference at a World Final, isn't it?
I know I'm going to sound contradicting because Lee won it off the back.
Yeah.
But on a tarmac World Final, I think you've got to be within the first 5 rows to really give yourself a good shout. And to be honest, I needed to beat what Carl got, because the amount of stick he's given me this year, he's got flashing lights, he's in the shootout, I'm not. So he got 4th, and he wasn't happy with 4th because he wanted to beat top 3, so done one better than Carl, so I'm just happy with that.
Good. And so where are you going to sit on the World Final grid? So Frank's been over to you about 5 times. He doesn't get it.
For somebody who's that old and been in stock cars for that long, he's had way too many hits on the head, because he should know. Tom won the toss. All the evens from his semi go on the inside, and all the odds from Tom's semi go on the inside. Oh, I was on the outside, inside, flipping it.
So you've been everywhere on the grid.
Oh, so he goes Tom, Frank, foreigners, me and Carl.
Yeah.
So
happy with that?
Well, I'll just take a plug lead off his car so he can't get me down the first straight.
Listen, Danny, thanks so much. Thanks for your honesty.
Thank you.
You know, I know it's been like a tough year for you. And then I guess attention a little bit towards shootout, like you say, which is different this year.
It is different. When it got announced, I was really up for it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, start of the year, I was set to hopefully go back to 2 cars, 2 engines. It's just not been like that. And I want the shootout. I want to try and win it. I've been second a couple of times. A new format was good for it, but I just haven't been able to do meetings. I haven't been able to race. When I am at meetings, we're not finishing races just through stuff that's not my fault a lot of the time. Or I'm driving like a bit of a swear word. So it will be nice if I do qualify. If I don't, I'm hoping that means I get to start a blue top. So
you'll be the wild card. We'll do a vote. We'll vote you in.
No, because I'll just put on Facebook. I don't need it. But no, when you want to qualify, you want to qualify on your own merit. I know the wild card thing's a good idea and stuff like that, and it might get so. But for me, I want to qualify under my own merit. I've got a few to catch. I'm hoping Abby Lockwood goes into Labour right now, so Bobby has to disappear, and I think it should be all right.
Danny, thanks so much for your time.
No, thank you.